Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This is a follow up to the video I just put out on the movie Straight Outta Compton, the hip hop group NWA, and the death of Eazy-E by AIDS. A lot of people asked me to look into Ice Cube's album Lethal Injection. Ice Cube, one of the original members of NWA. There's a rumor that this album was predictive programming for the death of Eazy-E, who died from AIDS, but who might have really truly been injected with the disease. So what I'm going to show in this video is how the release of this album perfectly syncs up with the date Eazy-E was diagnosed with AIDS, February 24th, 1995, and the date he died, March 26th, 1995, 30 days later. So Ice Cube's album Lethal Injection, released December 7th, 1993. December 7th is Pearl Harbor Day. That's the date in history that supposedly Hawaii was bombed by Japan, getting us involved in the Second World War. What a lot of Americans don't know is that December 7th in World War I was also the date that the United States declared war against Austria-Hungary. So both dates were declarations of war for the world wars for the United States of America. They skipped that one in the history books, probably because if people knew that, they'd start to clue in that something seems off. And if you haven't seen my work on the world wars, there is scripted, as what we're about to talk about here, regarding the death of Eazy-E. The reason this is so is because the same gang is controlling government, record studios. They are the Freemasons, they are the Zionist Jews, and they have major influence in this world. They are above the law. That's also how they get away with all this wrongdoing. The album came out in the end of 93, big year for hip-hop. Saturn in Gematria sums to 93. Saturn is the keeper of time to the occult. We're going to be talking about the significance of time, the release date of this album, the diagnosis of Eazy-E with AIDS, the death. 93, very special number to the Zionist Jews and the Zionist State of Israel, which was drawn up on September 3rd, 9/3. The release date of the album in numerology, what stands out the most to me is the life lesson number of 41. That's the 13th prime number. Very special number to the Bavarian Illuminati. The Bavarian Illuminati was established just before the American Revolution, credited with the French Revolution. Their symbolism is all over our money, the all-seeing eye, the pyramid. If you add up the denominations we have of dollar bills, 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, if you add all those together, it sums to 188. Bavarian Illuminati in Gematria sums to 188. No coincidence. 112 is also the alt dialing code for 911. When we talk about Eazy-E, we'll again reveal that his name in Jewish Gematria sums to 911 and how that connected to his AIDS death. Pearl Harbor Day in Gematria sums to 144. This is a number that has a lot to do with killing. It's also connected to time. Time in Jewish Gematria sums to 144. Again, Saturn is the keeper of time. And every single day there's 1,440 minutes. The square root of 144 is 12. Think about 12 hours in the morning, 12 hours at night, 12 months in the year. This numbering system is not arbitrary. All very significant. You know, they say Saturn's the keeper of time. In this world, what would you say is the real keeper of time? Would you not say it's the sun? They tell us the sun is 93 million miles away. I don't know if that's true or if that's just more bullshit that they give us by the numbers. But 144, it also connects to killer. It's a number next to political assassinations, celebrity death, all throughout history. Killer in simple English Gematria sums to 67, just like Lethal Injection, just like Blood Sacrifice, the name of the album released on Pearl Harbor Day. Ice Cube's real name is O'Shea Jackson, Gematria of 67, just like Freemasonry, just like Satanic, just like West, just like Blood Sacrifice. Ice Cube, lots of references to Satan in his lyrics. Many rappers, because they work for the Zionist Jews, who are also known as the Synagogue of Satan, many of them make references to Satan. Just did a video on the death of Big L. Big L, all about Satan. Rapped about Satan in almost every single song. Here's the gematria of lethal injection written out. In simple English gematria, lethal has the gematria of 58, also like Freemasonry. Injection has the gematria of 99. When you write out 13, it sums to 99. The album was released on a date with 41 numerology. 41's the 13th prime. Cube in gematria sums to 13. Sometimes Ice Cube just calls himself Cube. Lethal injection has the gematria of 157, just like United States. We're going to talk about the parallels between United States and Eazy-E and Ice Cube's birthday. Two musicians that had a major influence on U.S. culture with their hip-hop group NWA. The release date of this album, also a date with 32 numerology. America the Small Way equals 32, 7/4/1776, a date with 32 numerology. USA has gematria of 41, began with the 13 colonies, 13 stripes on the flag. The education system, 13 years in school we spend, having our lives wasted, being programmed with bullshit. Eazy-E, from the date of the release of this album to the date he died, 474 days. Remember his first album, Easy Does It, has gematria of 47, rapper gematria of 74, very special numbers to the Masons and Zionists. He died 474 days, 67 weeks, 67, lethal injection, blood sacrifice, O'Shea Jackson, Freemasonry. 67 weeks later. But what's even better than that is that he was diagnosed February 24th, 1995, the day he found out. And look, from the release date of the album, Lethal Injection, to the date he found out he had AIDS, Eazy-E, 444 days. Masonic in English gematria is 444. And this is what it is. The Freemason Zionists running the record studios, having the entertainers they own commit ritual sacrifice, murder to elevate their own position. And look at Ice Cube. No one in hip-hop's ever been in more movies, more TV shows. This guy might have called out the Jews in his early days of making music, but nobody's worked harder for them. Ice Cube is a fraud. Actions speak louder than words. What you need to know is that any word that has a 74 simple English gematria will have an English gematria of 444. Rapper equals 74. So in English gematria, rapper equals 444. Jewish equals 74. So in English gematria, 444. Masonic, same thing. Masonic and Jewish gematria also sums to 223. Ice Cube and Eazy-E's birthdays were 2 months and 23 days apart. We'll look at that. Show you something else about the name Ice Cube. In simple English gematria, it sums to 48, like evil, like Illuminati. The Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati, started with 13 families. Hollywood equals 48, run by the same gang that runs the music studios, that runs media. Ice Cube and Pythagorean gematria sums to 30, like Saturn the Small Way. Eazy-E died 30 days after his being diagnosed. He died at age 30. 30 days after being diagnosed. We're talking about Ice Cube, his album Lethal Injection. Here it is right here. From the diagnosis to the death, 30 days. Show you some more Ice Cube gematria, some other things that are interesting. In Jewish gematria, his name sums to 227, very special number. The entire English language is based around this number. If you divide 22 by 7, you get 3.14, decimal point repeating, the number for pi, having to do with cycles and circles. Think about records and the way they spin. If you write out 22 divided by 7 in gematria, it sums to 314. A lot like 3.14 if you just divide 22 by 7. Pi is a very important mathematical concept. You learned about it in geometry, finding radius, finding circumference of circles. But pi is interwoven into the mathematics of this world as well. Special number, a number we talk about a lot. O'Shea Jackson in Pythagorean gematria sums to all these things: 40, 49, 58, 67. 40 is United States, 49 is Revelation, 58 and 67 are Freemasonry. He's now O'Shea Jackson Sr. because he's given birth to a son. Interesting that with the senior title, he gets the 59 coded on him, that number that they love to stamp on black people. In the film NWA, after Dr. Dre teaches Eazy-E how to deliver his first line of the song Boys in the Hood, he says, "Good, now 59 more lines to go." In the NWA video, I show how Dr. Dre's son was murdered by the numbers on a date with 59 numerology. The word kill in Jewish gematria is 59, a number stamped all over black people throughout history. O'Shea Jackson in simple English gematria sums to 121, like Revelation the big way. L's the 12th letter, A's the first. Revelation, Los Angeles, New York. These two cities have major Revelation ties. This nation established from the book of Revelation. That's why the original capital is Philadelphia, a city named in Revelation. Special concepts to the Masons. O'Shea Jackson Ice Cube's birthday is very interesting. Birth numerology of 109, 46, and 37. The word Los Angeles has gematria of 37, 46, 109. These three numbers all coded into his birth numerology. His birthday, June 15th, can be written 15/6. A lot like 156. When you write out 33, it sums to 156. When you write out February 2nd, it sums to 156. When you write as above, so below, it sums to 156. The symbol that represents as above, so below is the Star of David, the Zionist flag. 2 three-sided triangles, 3-3, a lot like 33. February 2nd is the 33rd day of the year. Eazy-E in Jewish gematria sums to 911, the 156th prime number. These numbers all come together on September 11th, 2001. On 9/11, the buildings fell after existing for 33 years. If you write out 33, it sums to 156. 9/11, the 156th prime. The construction firm that built the World Trade Centers, their name in gematria sums to 156. The World Trade Centers were built to be destroyed. These Masons, these Zionists, they have things long planned out in advance, and they execute agendas based on a numerological code. I can almost assure you that the entire rap group NWA, from their album to their breakups to their feuds to the death of Eazy-E, it was all planned out long in advance. And from doing this research, I'm thinking that the men in the group were all given new birthdays. I think a lot of these people change their birthday when they get signed, by these Masons, these Zionists who run the show. They have them set up new identities, change their names, change their birthdays so that they can line up all their madness by the numbers. With regards to 156 and 33 connecting, Compton equals 33 on the 33rd parallel. Hip, the first word in hip-hop, gematria 33, AIDS 33. We'll talk about Eazy-E's death again in just a moment. Something else interesting about Ice Cube, June 15th is his birthday. That's the 166th day of the year, 167th in leap year. It leaves 199 days left in the year. From the day Eazy-E was diagnosed with AIDS to what would have been his next birthday, September 7th, was 166 days. I talked about this in the first video. Secret society in gematria sums to 166. The small way 58, just like Freemasonry. The secret society that's responsible for this is Freemasonry. I point out that from Eazy-E's birthday, or his date of death, to Ice Cube's birthday that year was 81 days. And gold in Jewish gematria sums to 81. Gold in hip-hop music goes without saying, especially from the era they're from. It also has a lot to do with records and record sales. And dead musicians always sell more than ones who are alive. That number 199, Ice Cube's birthday, leaves 199 days left in the year. The final studio album that was released for Eazy-E came 79 days after his birthday, which is September 7th, a date written 7/9. The album title had gematria of 199, the 46th prime. Sacrifice equals 46. Seems that Ice Cube very much connected to the ritual death of Eazy-E. So is Dr. Dre, which I covered heavily in the last video. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, the two biggest beneficiaries of the death of Eazy-E. From Ice Cube's birthday to Eazy-E's birthday, 84 days apart, or 2 months and 23 days, 223 Masonic, 84 the number for United States of America, special number to this nation, the American Revolution equals 84. Right now, the current president, Obama, in Jewish gematria equals 84. His birthday's 8-4, a lot like 84. Masonic 223, the Synagogue of Satan 223, Star Spangled Banner 223. This is a typo, it should say 223. So last point, again, just to re-emphasize this, Eazy-E in Jewish gematria equals 9/11. 9/11 is the 156th prime. Ice Cube born on 15/6. When you write out 33, it sums to 156. Compton, where NWA is from, 33 on the 33rd parallel. A lot of focus on police and race war symbolism in their music. Police and race war, 33. Eazy-E would supposedly die from AIDS. AIDS, gematria of 33. And, a lot of people like to say, well, Eazy-E slept around a lot. But listen to all these other rappers' lyrics. Listen to Ice Cube and Dr. Dre talking about how many women they're sleeping with, Listen to Big L's lyrics talking about how he slept with every woman in the city, so everyone must have AIDS. Something mysterious going on with AIDS. AIDS supposedly established or discovered in the Belgian Congo in 1959. Belgian Congo equals 59, emphasis on 59, the number stamped on black people. Kill number. In case you missed the last video, Eric Lynn Wright, the real name for Eazy-E, equals 86, just like Straight Outta Compton, NWA established in 86. I mean, ask yourself, how can this all be so perfect? The big way, his name equals 185, Eric Lynn Wright. Compton, California, equals 85. He died on the 85th day of the year, the 86th day in leap years. The day he was born was a date with 99 numerology. Again, 99 connects to 13. Interesting how Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and Eazy-E all have this connection to 99 through their names and birth numerology. I don't think that's any coincidence. Remember, 99, 13 come back to the Bavarian Illuminati. The Bavarian Illuminati was established May 1st, 1776, a date with 99 numerology. The Bavarian Illuminati is Freemasons and Zionist Jews. The date Eazy-E died, also a date that corresponded with the name Andre Young, the name of Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's first rap group, World Class Wrecking Crew, has the same gematria as Niggas with Attitude, the same gematria as Los Angeles, California, where they're out of. With regards to Eazy-E and dying at age 30, 30 in gematria sums to 37, just like Los Angeles. Just like Ice Cube equals 30. Remember, Eazy-E dead 30 days after his diagnosis? After his lethal injection? His final studio album came out on a date with 59 numerology after his death, that kill number. The title right there. 199, the 46th prime. All right, Truth Seeker. Good call for all of you who asked me to look into lethal injection. This is definitely what's going on, That number 444, we see that one show up in history. The Iranian hostage crisis hoax by the 39th president from the 4th state, Georgia, Jimmy Carter, from the 4th state, Georgia equals 44, saw a 444-day Iranian hostage crisis. Just another tribute to the Freemasons in this rigged world by the numbers. September 11th, from the 93 World Trade Center bombing, February 26th, to the date of September 11th was 3,119 days, 3119. That is the 444th prime number. The date September 11th, 2001, 9 for September is 9 in numerology. 11 for the day. In numerology, you don't break down 11, it's the master number. 2001 becomes 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 equals 3. 9, 11, 3, the reflection of 3, 1, 1, 9. The distance in dates from 93 to September 11th, 2001. The 444th prime. The gang operates by these codes in all their wrongdoing. And when you think about it, all of these events, the purpose of them is to instill something in the minds of the masses. You know, scare people about terrorism, scare people about sex, AIDS. It's all part of an agenda. And the agenda all boils back down to fear and control. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.